Hello everyone. Today we will learn hydroelectric power plant, its classification, its general arrangement, its operating principle, its advantages and limitations, and how it can be maintained. Let us start with introduction to hydroelectric power plant. Hydroelectric power plant is becoming very popular nowadays to fulfill rapid increasing demand of electric power day by day. Every country is trying to develop more hydroelectric power to fulfill their demand of electricity. In other hand, fossil fuels like coal, oil and gases are in limited stock in the world, and also these fuels are expensive. So hydroelectricity may be a good alternative of electrical resource. In a single word, we can say a generating station which utilizes the potential energy of high level water for generating of electrical energy is known as hydropower plant or hydroelectric power plant. मराठीत सांगायचं झालं असे ऊर्जा निर्मिती केंद्र जे पाण्याच्या स्थिर ऊर्जेचे रूपांतर वीज निर्मितीसाठी करते त्यास जलवीज निर्मिती केंद्र असे म्हणतात. Hydroelectric power is developed from hydroelectric power plant or hydroelectric power station. It develops hydroelectricity and it utilizes the potential energy of water. In hydroelectric power plant, water is stored in a dam called hydroelectric dam, which is located upper level from the ground, especially in hilly area. Waterhead is created by construction of the dam across a river or a lake. This type of waterhead store huge potential energy. The water fall into water turbine and the potential energy of water is converted into kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy at the turbine shaft. A hydroelectric generator or alternator is coupled with the turbine shaft to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. So in this way, in hydroelectric power plant, potential energy is converted into kinetic energy into mechanical energy, and finally mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. This formula is for the power. The power P is developed given as P is equal to W into Q into H into eta into 9.81 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilowatt, where W is equal to specific weight of water in kg per meter cube, Q is equal to rate of flow of water in meter cube per second, H is equal to height of fall or head in meters, eta is equal to overall efficiency of operation. जलवीज निर्मिती केंद्रात पाणी साठवण्यासाठी प्रथम धरण बांधून पंपांनी साठवले जाते. ह्या साठवलेल्या पाण्यापासून आपणास स्थिर ऊर्जा मिळते. हे साठवलेले पाणी जेव्हा आपण जलविद्युत यंत्रसंचाला पाणी पुरवठा करणाऱ्या पाईपमधून पाण्याच्या जोरावर झोतावर चालणारे चाकावर सोडतो तेव्हा त्या स्थिर ऊर्जेचे गतिज ऊर्जेमध्ये रूपांतर होते. हे टर्बाईन जे शाफ्ट विद्युत ऊर्जा निर्माण करणाऱ्या यंत्रात जोडलेले असते. ज्यावेळी टर्बाईन फिरेल त्यावेळी या यंत्रापासून आपणास विद्युत ऊर्जा मिळते. लेट अस सी वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ हायड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पॉवर प्लांट. Hydroelectric power plant depends on the conversion of hydraulic energy into electrical energy. To get this hydroelectric power plant needs some arrangement for proper working and efficiency. So from this diagram we can understand the hydroelectric power plant. In next diagrams also we will see the same nature. You will see in this diagram there is a reservoir, there is a dam created on the reservoir. After that you will see the surge tank, and surge tank is connected to wall house, and wall house is connected to power station with the help of penstock. So pressure tunnel pipe is there between the dam and the wall house. This is another sketch of hydroelectric power plant, but in different way. The same principle is there. You will see again the dam, reservoir, surge tank, wall house, penstock, and the powerhouse. Inside the powerhouse you will see the Pelton wheel or turbine which is rotating by the pressure of water. This is the inside view of hydropower plant, in which you will see the generator which is connected to turbine. Turbine is having connection with the reservoir through control gate. You will see the power grid line also. Let us see working principle. Hydroelectric power station needs huge amount of water at sufficient head all the time. So a hydroelectric dam is constructed across the river or a lake. An artificial storage reservoir where water is stored is placed backside of the dam. This reservoir creates sufficient water head. A pressure tunnel is placed in between the reservoir to wall house, and water comes from reservoir to penstock via this tunnel. An automatic controlling sluice valve is placed in wall house. It controls water flow to the power station, and later it cuts off supply of water in case of penstock burst. Penstock is a huge steel pipe in which water is taken from wall house to turbine. A surge tank is also provided just before the wall house for better regulation of water pressure in the system. Now, water turbine converts hydraulic energy into mechanical energy, and an alternator which is coupled to the water turbine converts this mechanical energy into electrical energy. This diagram is showing the function of different components used in hydroelectric power plant 3D view, showing reservoir, control gate, generator, turbine, transformer and power grid. This is the dam. On the left hand side you will see the stored water. What are the different components? Number 1, कॅचमेंट एरिया, धरणाचे पाणलोट क्षेत्र ज्याला आपण म्हणू शकतो. जलविद्युत निर्मिती केंद्र हे पूर्णपणे पावसाच्या पाण्यावर अवलंबून असते, त्यामुळे पाणलोट क्षेत्र जेवढे मोठे तेवढे जास्त मुबलक प्राणी आपण त्यात साठवू शकतो. Therefore, in hydroelectric power plant collects the rain water through surrounding hilly area. The surrounding all water collected and stored to this area, that is called as a catchment area. Second is reservoir. The function of reservoir is to store water near dam. This water is useful to drive the water turbines. The reservoir is useful to provide a head of stored water. It provides a head. याचा उपयोग धरणाजवळ मुबलक प्रमाणात पाणी साठवणे करण्यासाठी होतो. यामुळे साठवलेल्या पाण्याचा दाब तयार होतो. या दाबाचा उपयोग आपण पाणी वीज निर्मिती केंद्राकडे सोडतो. थर्ड इज ट्रॅक रॅश. इट इज यूज्ड इन हायड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पॉवर प्लांट टू फिल्टर द वॉटर बिफोर इट फ्लोज टुवर्ड्स टर्बाइन. द अनवॉन्टेड इम्प्युरिटीज लाइक फिश, प्लास्टिक प्रेझेंट इन द स्टोर्ड वॉटर आर अवॉइडेड टू फ्लो थ्रू टर्बाइन टुवर्ड्स टर्बाइन. धरणामध्ये साठवलेले पाणी हे शुद्ध नसते. हे पाणी असेच जर टर्बाईनकडे सोडले असता ते टर्बाईन नादुरुस्त होऊ शकते किंवा ब्लॉक होऊ शकते. त्यामुळे पाणी शुद्ध करण्यासाठी ट्रॅक रॅश वापरतात. फोर्थ इज हेड रेस लेवल. द वॉटर सरफेस इन द रिझर्वायर अप टू द डॅम इज नोन ॲज अ हेड रेस लेवल. जमिनीपासून ते उपलब्ध असलेल्या पाण्याची पातळी म्हणजेच हेड रेस लेवल होय. Fifth is dam. The dam is used in hydroelectric power plant to store the water. Whenever the dam stored the water, it provides suitable head to this stored water. This stored water is useful throughout the year to run the hydroelectric power plant. Dam is made up of cement, concrete and sand material. If higher rainfall occurs, then door of the dam are opened to flow of water. Now presently the rainy season goes on. We see that in many rivers the dam is opened because of the huge collection of water inside it. Spillway. The excess water from the dam is discharged through the spillway at the permissible level. आपण जलविद्युत केंद्रात धरण बांधतो. या धरणाचा उपयोग आपण पाणी मुबलक प्रमाणात साठवण्यासाठी करतो. हे साठवलेले पाणी आपण वर्षभर विद्युत निर्मितीसाठी वापरतो. पावसाळ्याच्या दिवसात धरणात पाणी साठवले जाते, पण धरणास चक्राकार दरवाजे असतात. जेव्हा पाऊस जास्त वेळ पडेल तेव्हा हे दरवाजे उघडले जातात, कारण की धरणातील पाणी साठा नियंत्रित ठेवण्यासाठी आपल्याला हे उघडावे लागतात. या धरणाच्या वरील बाजूस थोडे चौकोनी आकाराची जागा रिकामी ठेवली जाते आणि त्यालाच आपण स्पिलवे असं म्हणतो. This is a picture of a penstock. You will see the generator also. The penstock is revolving, penstock is connected to the turbine and turbine is connected to generator. This is another picture of a penstock. Penstock is a device which is used in hydroelectric power plant for the purpose of flow of water. The water flow from the dam towards turbine with the help of penstock. It converts the potential energy of water into kinetic energy. The penstock are made up of cast iron or concrete material. The penstock is hollow in nature and of large diameter. पेनस्टॉक हा धरण आणि वीज निर्मिती करणारे घर, ज्याला आपण पॉवर हाऊस म्हणतो, या दोन्हीच्या मध्ये जोडलेला असते. पेनस्टॉक हा स्टील किंवा सिमेंट पासून बनलेला पोकळ पाईप आहे. ज्यावेळी वीज निर्मिती करण्यास सुरुवात होणार असते तेव्हा साठवलेले धरणातील पाणी प्रथम पेनस्टॉकच्या मदतीने टर्बाईनकडे सोडले जाते. नंबर 8 इज टनेल और वॉटरवेज, ज्याला आपण बोगदा असं म्हणू शकतो. द पॅसेज ऑफ फ्लो ऑफ वॉटर फ्रॉम डॅम इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ टनेल और इंटेक. वॉटरवेज मेक बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कॅनल और टनेल और penstock, or it is used to carry the water from water reservoir to surge tank. नेक्स्ट इज सर्ज टँक. तुम्हाला इथे पिक्चरमध्ये दिसत असेल सर्ज टँक. इट इज अ डिव्हाइस विच इज कनेक्टेड इन बिटवीन द डॅम अँड पॉवर हाऊस. इट इज ऑफ अ व्हर्टिकल टाइप. At the time of starting of hydroelectric power plant near powerhouse, wall is closed. Then water flows from dam towards turbine and filled that surge tank. After that, wall is open either manually or automatically. Water flow towards water when valves are open and turbine or prime mover starts to rotate. This sequence is followed to avoid or to prevent the turbine against water hammer effect. So to avoid the water hammer effect, surge tank is provided. What is water hammer effect? When load on a power plant or alternator decreases, then the governor or valve reduces discharge of water. Due to sudden reduction in water discharge causes increasing pressure of water in the penstock. Due to high pressure, penstock may damage. This effect is known as a water hammer effect. Or when the load on the power plant or alternator decreases, then governor or valve reduces discharge of water. Due to sudden in water discharge causes increasing pressure in the penstock. Due to high pressure, penstock may damage. This effect is known as water hammer effect. This effect can be reduced with the help of surge tank. Water hammer is eliminated with the help of surge tank. Or at that time, surge tank helps by storing this rejected water immediately. In this way, it avoids water hammer effect. सर्ज टँक ही पेनस्टॉकवर बसवली असते. जास्तीत जास्त वेळा कोणतेही जलविद्युत केंद्र सर्ज टँक मध्ये असतोच. सर्ज टँकने आपण त्याला बसवलेलं असतं. ज्यावेळी वीज निर्मिती होणार असते त्यावेळी प्रथम पाणी पेनस्टॉकच्या मदतीने व्हॉल्वपर्यंत येऊन थांबते. तेथून सर्ज टँक भरली जाते. मग पुढे पाणी टर्बाईनकडे सोडले जाते. वर दिलेली प्रक्रिया कायम केली जाते. याचे कारण की व्हॉल्व जर आपण बंद केला तर टर्बाईनवर पाणी जोरात जाऊन नाही पडणार. पाणी जर जोरात पडले तर टर्बाईन खराब होऊ शकते. यासाठी सर्ज टँक वापरतात. याचा उपयोग करून आपण वॉटर हॅमर इफेक्टला कमी करू शकतो. दिस इज अ 4-bay अल्टरनेटिव्ह टू सर्ज टँक. तुम्ही बघू शकाल. यू विल सी द फिगर ऑफ 4-bay ॲट द टॉप. Instead of a surge tank, some hydroelectric power plant use 4-bay. The 4-bay are useful as the surge tank due to the change in load occurs. 4-bay is an enlarged body of water at the intake to store more quantity of water. It is nothing but regulating reservoir. 4-bay store the rejected water as the load on the turbine decreases and supplies water immediately when the load on the turbine increases. That it is nothing but surge tank for small capacity hydropower station. This picture is for valve house. We have seen the function of valve. We know the function of valve. So valve used to on off water flow. It is installed near powerhouse. Its function is to start or stop the flow of water towards turbine. valve हा पेनस्टॉकवर बसवला जातो. याचा उपयोग पाणी चालू किंवा बंद करण्यासाठी केला जातो. valve हा स्वयंचलित किंवा स्वहाताने चालू किंवा बंद करता येतो. नेक्स्ट इज पॉवर हाऊस, ज्याला आपण वीज निर्मिती करणारं घर असं म्हणू शकतो. It is a main heart of a hydroelectric power plant from the electrical engineer's point of view. In powerhouse, main function is to produce electrical power. For that purpose, the turbine or prime mover is mechanically coupled with the generator. The mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy through generator, or whenever turbine starts to rotate at higher speed, the generator produces electrical power output. This is a figure of next component, prime mover or a turbine. You will see the connection of the turbine with the generator, and after that from the generator the electrical energy is given to the grid. Its function is to take water from the dam at high pressure and start to rotate. The prime mover or turbine converts kinetic energy of water into mechanical energy. In hydroelectric power plant, it depends upon head or height of the Pelton wheel. Francis turbine or Kaplan and propeller type turbines are used. So power generation depending on the types of turbine which are used. So Pelton wheel, Francis turbine, Kaplan turbine are some of the examples which can be used in power generation of using hydroelectric power. Next is draft tube. It is used in hydroelectric power plant near the turbine. Its main function is to press the water and its pressure increases. Depends upon it the type of turbine, draft tubes are required. बघा ड्राफ्ट ट्यूब ही लोकेशन कुठे आहे तुमच्या लक्षात येईल. पेनस्टॉक आणि त्याच्यानंतर आहे टर्बाईन, टर्बाईनच्या नंतर आहे ड्राफ्ट ट्यूब. ड्राफ्ट ट्यूबचा वापर यामध्ये टर्बाईनमधून बाहेर जाणारे पाणी नदीत वगैरे साठी सोडले जाते. नेक्स्ट इज जनरेटर. सी द पिक्चर ऑफ जनरेटर. It is used to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. For that purpose, the turbine and generator are mechanically coupled. विद्युत जनित्र हे महत्त्वाचे काम म्हणजे याचे महत्त्वाचे काम म्हणजे विद्युत ऊर्जेची निर्मिती करणे आहे. What is cavitation effect? When the load on the power plant or alternator increases, then the governor increases discharge of water. Due to sudden increasing water discharge, it causes or creates vacuum in the penstock, which is called as a negative pressure. That causes cavity, so penstock will not supply water properly. This effect is known as cavity effect. So water hammer effect and cavity effect, these are the two effects that we observed. With the help of surge tank, cavitation effect is eliminated, or at that time surge tank helps by supply the required water immediately. In this way it avoids cavity effect also. Next is tail race. After generation, the remaining water discharges to river or lake through the tail race. From ground level to turbine, some height is maintained to discharge the water. Tail race चा उपयोग टर्बाइन मधून बाहेर जाणारे पाणी नदीत सोडण्याकरता करण्यात येते. Let us see now the classification of hydroelectric power plant. Classification of hydroelectric power plant is depending on three factors. Number 1 is quantity of water available, number 2 is head of water, and number 3 nature of road. According to the water available, we can classify the turbine or hydroelectric power plant into three categories: run of river plant without pondage, number 2 is run of river plant with pondage, and number 3 reservoir plants. According to the head of water, low head, medium head, and high head, these are the three classes of hydroelectric power plant. According to the nature of load, base load, peak load, and last one is pumped storage hydroelectric power plant. According to this capacity also, we can classify the hydropower as a large hydropower producing capacity is greater than 100 megawatt and usually used for feeding a large electricity grid. Medium hydropower plant 15 to 100 megawatt usually feeding a grid only. Small hydropower plant having the capacity 1 to 15 megawatt usually feeding into the grid only. Mini hydropower plant having the capacity 100 kilowatt to 1 megawatt, it is a standalone scheme. Third, next is micro hydropower plant up to 100 kilowatt, it is having the that capacity, it is used to provide power for small community or rural industry in the remote area. And pico hydropower plant, it is having a capacity under 5 kilowatt, requires only small capacity. So let us see the detail. According to the quantity of water available, we can see number 1 is run of river plants without pondage. In this type of hydroelectric power plant, the available water from the river or lake is not stored in pond. Whenever the water available from the river or lake, it is directly used to run water turbine. The capacity of such plants depends upon the rate of flow of water. Such type of plant may run during the rainy season only. So this is about run of river plants without pondage. Next is run of river plants with pondage. The above mentioned plant means in case of run of river plants without pondage, river plant pondage have some limitations. To overcome this drawback in run or river plants with pondage, hydroelectric plant, the available water from river or lake is stored in the pond. Due to storage water in the pond, it is useful to run the plant during the off peak and the peak period. The capacity of such type of hydroelectric plant is depends on the size of the pond. Reservoir plant, this is the third classification. This type of hydroelectric plant is totally different from the above mentioned two plant. In this type of hydroelectric power plant, reservoir is provided. Reservoir is provided instead of pond. This reservoir is useful to store an ample quantity of water during rainy season, and this is useful throughout the year. Such type of power plant has a better capacity. This type of hydroelectric power plant may be used as a base load plant. Majority of the hydroelectric power plants are of this type, that is called as a reservoir plants. So this is a sketch of a reservoir plant. You will see on the top, on the left hand corner, the reservoir, river or the reservoir. There is a dam created on it. After that, there is a location of a penstock and a powerhouse as usual. So next classification is according to the available water head. We can say that hydroelectric power plant is classified according to this. लो हेड पॉवर प्लांट याची उंची 30 मीटर पेक्षा कमी असते. मीडियम हेड पॉवर प्लांट 30 ते 300 मीटर उंची 30 मीटर पेक्षा कमी आणि 300 मीटर पेक्षा जास्त असं असू शकतं. हाय हेड पॉवर प्लांट्स अबाव 300 मीटर उंची, म्हणजे उंची 300 मीटर पेक्षा जास्त, मग त्याला आपण म्हणू शकतो हाय हेड प्लांट्स. तर या पिक्चरमध्ये तुम्हाला लो हेड प्लांट दिसत असेल. The low head plants have a water head below 30 meter. A low head power plant store water by construction of dam across a river or a lake. The powerhouse is installed near the base of the dam on the downstream side. The barrages with the regulating gates are provided to flow of excess water in the river or lake. In low head hydroelectric power plant, Kaplan turbines can be used. Now in this figure you will see the medium head power plant. If the available water head is in between 30 and 100 meter, the plant is called medium head plant. Water is led to the turbine from the forebay by the penstock, which may be a steel pipe. Forebay also stores the rejected water as the load on the turbine decreases. Francis turbines are more commonly used in medium head plants, hydroelectric power plants. Third figure is regarding high head power plant. You will see that if the available head is more than 300 meter, the plant is called high head plant. The civil work include a surge tank, the function of which is to meet the sudden changes in the requirement of water caused by the fluctuation of system load. So this way, these are the different types of hydroelectric power plants. According to the nature of load, we can classify the hydroelectric power plant into three categories: base load plant, peak load plant, and pump storage hydroelectric power plant for peak load. This sketch is regarding showing you what is meant by peak load and base load. Base load is showing by hatching line and peak load is showing by ups and down curve. The graph is plotted between the load in kilowatt versus time in hours. So base load plant, the unvarying load which occur almost the whole day on the station is known as a base load. The load curve as shown in the figure, it is clear that 20 megawatt of load to be supplied by the station at the time of the day and night, that is throughout 24 hours. Therefore 20 megawatt is the base load of the station. The base load on the station is almost constant in nature. The base load plants have a largest capacity and load cap factor. Peak load plant, the various peak demands of load over and above the base load on the station are known as a peak load. The load curve as shown in the figure, it clears that there are peak demands of load excluding peak load. These peak load demands of the station generally form small part of the total load and occur through the day. Runoff river plants with a pondage can be used as a peak load. So this is a comparison between the base load and a peak load power plant. As per definition, base load plant which supplies base load of the load curve is known as a base load plant, while the power plant which supplies the peak load of the load curve is known as a peak load plant. Base load plant is having generating capacity is high, while in case of peak load plant it is low. The firm capacity is high of the base load plant and it is low for the peak load plant. Working hours are 24 hours base load plant, and peak load plants can work only during the peak load hours. The cost of generation per unit, generally in case of base load plant, low cost of generation per unit are selected as a base load plant, and in case of peak load plant, generally high cost of generation per unit are selected as a peak load plant. Comparison point is starting time. Both quick and more starting time power plants can be sketched as a base load plant, while in case of peak load plant, quick starting time power plants are selected as a peak load plant. Load factor is high in case of base load plant, while it is low in peak load plant. Utilization factor is more in case of base load plant, while it is less in case of peak load plant. Example: large capacity hydrothermal nuclear power station, and peak load plant small capacity storage hydro pumped storage hydro gas diesel power station. This is a comparison between runoff river plant with pondage and pump storage plant. So in case of runoff river plant, number of reservoirs: one water reservoir is headrace which is located at the headrace, while in case of pump storage power plant, one reservoir at the headrace and one water reservoir at the tail race. Alternator converts mechanical power into electrical power in case of runoff river plant with a pondage, while alternator converts mechanical power into electrical power and also work as a motor that converts electrical power into mechanical power. So this way, both way we can use. Turbine converts mechanical power in case of runoff river plant with the pondage, while turbine converts mechanical power and work as a pump also. So this way, this is the advantage of pumped storage power plant. Capital cost per megawatt cost is less as only one dam is required for runoff river plant with pondage, while in case of pumped storage power plant, per megawatt cost is more as two dams are required. Plant capacity is more of runoff river plant with pondage, and it is less regarding pump storage power plant. Need of surge tank, and there is no need of surge tank in case of pump storage power plant. Used for a base load run of river plant with a pondage, while pumped storage power plant are used for a peak load. So this is a sketch of pumped storage hydroelectric power plant. You will see the head water pond as well as a tail water pond. So tail water pond is at the lower level and the head water pond is at the higher level. The schematic arrangement of pumped storage hydro power plant that we are seeing here, by using this figure we can say this type of power plant is useful where availability of water for power generation is insufficient. Generally these are two ponds, one is head race level and other is at the tail race level. The stored water from the head race pond is useful for electrical power generation. When the water flows towards the turbine, it starts to rotate. The discharge water from the turbine is stored in the tail race pond. During the off-peak period, the stored water from the tail race pond is pumped to head race pond again with the help of motors. This cycle is continuously repeat. That's why it is known as pumped storage hydroelectric power plant. So these are some of the power plants, hydroelectric power plants in Maharashtra, in Andhra Pradesh, in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, in Karnataka and Punjab. In Maharashtra, we are having the hydroelectric power plant at Koyana-Nagar, Tillari, Radhanagari, Varna, Panshet, Dudhganga, Ujjani, Pauna, Veer. So along with that, we can have at the Koyana-Nagar 1956 megawatt power generation capacity, largest power generation capacity plant at the Koyana-Nagar. Let us see towards how to select a site for hydroelectric power plant. जलविद्युत केंद्र हे पूर्णपणे पाण्यावर अवलंबून असल्यामुळे पाण्याचा वर्षभर पुरे इतका साठा उपलब्ध पाहिजे. त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला सिलेक्शन करणं, साईट सिलेक्शन महत्त्वाचं ठरतं. It depends on quantity of water required. As we know that the hydroelectric power plant totally runs on water, so that ample quantity of water is continuously available throughout the year. Number next is hilly area required. For storage of ample quantity of water, both sides of the dam, hilly area or strong mountains required for storage of water. पाणी सहजरित्या आणि जास्तीत जास्त साठवून ठेवण्यासाठी त्याच्या दोन्ही बाजूला डोंगराळ भाग असणं आवश्यक आहे. हायड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पॉवर प्लांटच्या शेजारी डोंगराळ भाग असणं आवश्यक आहे. Civil work, it should be have strong foundation or the cost of foundation should be as low as possible. धरण हे कमी खर्चात आणि मजबूत हवे. Large catchment area required so that the water should never fall below the minimum level. पाणलोट क्षेत्र किंवा जलग्रहण क्षेत्र जेवढे जास्त असेल तेवढ्या जास्त परिसरातून आपण पाणी साठवू शकतो. Transportation facility for workers and civil material required, better transportation facility should be there. It should be near to the load center to reduce the cost of transmission and distribution. The plant should be located near the load center. कामगार आणि वस्तूंची ने-आण करण्यासाठी वाहतूक सुविधा सहजरित्या उपलब्ध असल्यास हा एक महत्त्वाचा पॅरामीटर आहे. हाऊ साइट सिलेक्शन फॉर hydroelectric power plant. Next is it should be near to the load center. It should have availability of the material. At the time of erecting the dam and powerhouse, a huge amount of civil material is easily available without any shortage. वीज निर्मिती केंद्र उभे करण्यासाठी सुरुवातीलाच मुबलक प्रमाणात सर्व साहित्य उपलब्ध हवे. एरिया फ्री फ्रॉम अर्थक्वेक, वीज निर्मिती केंद्र अंतर्गत येणारी सर्व जमीन ही भूकंप विरोधी क्षेत्र असणे आवश्यक आहे. Ample quantity of water storage in the dam of hydroelectric power plant because of earthquake chances to flood occurs. To avoid this, area should be free from earthquake. Accommodational facility, देखभाल व ऑपरेशन कर्मचारी न राहण्याकरता स्वस्त दरात सर्व सोयी उपलब्ध सुविधा असणे आवश्यक आहे. फ्युचर एक्सपान्शन, जर भविष्यात आपणास प्लांट व विस्तार करायचा असेल तर जागा उपलब्ध हवी. Let us see the definition of the terms and their significance in capacity of the power plant. What is meant by hydrology? It is the system which is related with the water is known as hydrology. The hydrology is related with the head of water, flow of quantity of water, mass of water. The data is useful for utilization to decide the installed capacity of hydroelectric power plant. Surface runoff, it is the portion of precipitation which makes its way towards streams, lakes or oceans. Runoff can be possible only when the rate of precipitation exceeds the rate at which the water infiltrates into soil. Also, the losses due to the evaporation have been deducted. It means that R is equal to P minus E. R means runoff, वाहणारे पाणी, P means precipitation, पर्जन्य, and E means evaporation, बाष्पीभवन. Evaporation, it is the transfer of water from liquid to vapor state. Precipitation means it includes all types of waterfalls from atmosphere to earth surface. It is of two types, liquid precipitation and solid precipitation. Let us see the significance of this on capacity of power plant. The quantity of water is available to store in the dam to know the head of the water and to know the quantity of water available per second per hour. It helps to determine the power in kilowatt. It also used to know the installed capacity of the power plant. Let us see the advantages of hydroelectric power plant. Since water is the main source of energy, so no fossil fuels are required. This plant is neat and clean and no smoke or disposal is required. It is the cheapest operating and maintenance cost as compared to the other power plant because water is freely available in the world. It is very reliable, robust and has longer life, 40 to 60 years. This plant can start instantly. It can start hydroelectric power with a fluctuating load demand. The efficiency does not fall at the age of this plant. There is no standby loss in this plant. At the initial time of construction, highly skilled engineers are required and after that only few experienced persons can run the plant. This plant also serves to help in irrigation and flood control. Since these plants are located remote areas, so land is available and comparatively cheaper rates. Let us see the disadvantage of hydroelectric power plant. Such plants require larger area. Such plants have high construction cost due to construction of dam. When experienced, skilled engineers are required to build this type of plant. Since such plant is located as from load areas, long transmission line is required to transmit this hydroelectric power. It doesn't supply constant hydroelectricity due to the availability of water. In transition, power supply is much affected. Thank you very much.